Everybody, CJ Williams Buff Boot Camp, and I'm here in this video to kind of provide a little bit of assistance and advice on the biggest problem I see with a lot of my clients. I would say well over half of my clients deal with this, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you deal with it because you probably wouldn't be watching this video otherwise. It's the problem with their knees. There are certain movements they can't perform, whether it be lunge or squats, and it's kind of hindering their workouts, which is in turn is hindering their ability to get good results. And I always stress the importance of a proper warm-up and cool down with my clients, but there's some things you can do. But some of the leading causes of knee pain can be just the way your body is made up, your natural musculature and skeletal makeup. Really not much you can do about that part, but other things that can lead to knee issues is the shoes that you're wearing, the surface that you're working out on, and like I said, proper warm-up and cool down. So in here we have a soft floor, so that's not really much of a hindrance in here. Shoes, you can always try new shoes, buy different brands of shoes. But what I also stress is getting to the workouts a little bit early and taking care of that knee. Taking care of it, getting warmed up, taking a few, maybe it's 10 minutes, 5 minutes, if that, before workout, another 5 minutes afterwards to cool down. So what I'm gonna show you is some things you can do before your workout to help maybe over time treat the knee issues and alleviate that pain. So I always suggest getting on doing a little something to warm up, whether it be a jog, or if you want something low impact, maybe the elliptical if you have those, and what we have here, of course, rowers. A few hundred meters on the rower to kind of get your body temperature up, get those muscles warmed up so they can properly, so they're better able to contract and stretch. After that, once you've done that, you got a little sweat going, you're breathing a little bit. Foam rolling. The purpose of foam rolling is to, of course, break up knotted muscle. Let's think about what may be causing knee issues. It's muscles not properly stretching and contracting the way they should. So maybe they're not pulling, or they're pulling the wrong way. Muscles may be tight on one side, too loose on one side, and so they're not pulling on that knee properly and allowing it to bend, flex, or extend properly. So what we want to do with the foam roller after we've got warmed up is break up those knotted muscles. I suggest hitting every muscle group in the leg. Inner, outer thigh, just to keep it simple terms. Inner, outer thigh, hamstrings, of course. And the better the foam roller, the better the results. This one has the little trigger points on it. It hurts a little bit, but over time you get used to that. Especially if it's gonna, I say if you can deal with that to alleviate knee pain, then why wouldn't you? That few seconds of pain can save you on the back end. All right, so hitting the quads or the front of your legs here, and inner and outer part of that leg. So taking a few seconds just above that knee, putting your weight on it, all the way up to that hip area, close to your groin area. Inner, outer, and the one that's gonna hurt the most is that outer thigh probably for most people. So it tends to be a tighter area of the body. So all the way down to the knee, all the way up to that hip area, side of your leg, the top. I would say a good 10 reps on each. Then you get to the inner part of that thigh. This one's gonna hurt too as well. And again, the better the foam roller, the better the result. So spending that time here, of course, trying to hit those hamstrings. A little bit harder to get the hamstrings, but getting those hamstrings as well. Every muscle group, the lower part of your body is important. And even up to those glutes. Even up to those glutes. It helps. All of it helps. Glutes pull on hamstrings, hamstrings pull on calves, and all that part. So, or affect the way that knee pull on that joint. So taking the time on that foam roller, it's gonna hurt a little bit, but it's worth the pain. So next, we want to help, or don't forget those calves as well. Getting those calves, inner outer part of those calves. That will help as well. And it takes some getting used to using the foam roller. For most people, it's not something you just pick up and start doing. Especially the hardest part, I guess, I think would be dealing with the pain. It can be a little painful. Next, we want to get those glutes activated. So I suggest putting that foam roller right under that knee, engaging those glutes by squeezing and getting those toes pointed straight up to the ceiling. And all you're gonna do is lower that heel to the floor and back down. Heel to the floor, keep those toes pointed up, slowly raise. Now you're gonna turn that knee inward and do the same thing. Keep that toe flexed, engaging those quads, lowering that, bending that knee, and straightening. Then you're gonna turn it inward or outward. Turn that toe outward, and again, keeping those quads or those quads engaged, toes pointed up, and squeeze. Or bending, flexing that knee. All right. So by this time you'll already feel those quads kind of burning a little bit. This one might be a little bit harder to get in position for. We got in this resistance band. Obviously, it's going to depend on what you have available and the type of resistance you have in that band. So we're going to get that band around that foot, the toe area, and we're going to lay on our stomach here. We're going to do two things with this band here. We're going to be stretching. We're going to pull, stretch those quads out here. Hold it for a few seconds. And we're also going to be fighting against that band by kicking or pushing away. Pushing that toe away from us, maybe pulsing a little bit. This is also going to get those quads engaged. Obviously, it's going to depend on the resistance you have in that band. But pushing away, and maybe spend a little bit more time stretching. Pushing. Now this right here, as you can see, it didn't take long. Spending a few minutes on each leg before and after your warm up, or before and after your workout. Taking the time, because the ladies I deal with tend to be in their 30s, 40s. So a proper warm up should always important. So I hope these help you. Start here. And of course, after your workout, do a little bit of stretching, quads, hamstrings, calves, all of that stuff. And it's gonna take some time, maybe a few weeks. And hopefully this will alleviate. If it doesn't eliminate the pain, it'll alleviate. So like I said, other things to consider is the type of shoes you're wearing, the surface you're working out on, and the type of workouts, obviously. But if this doesn't help at all, then you probably wanna seek the help of a doctor. All right, so I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them below. Please like, share, comment on this video. I'd love to hear from you. And hopefully I'll be bringing you more content soon. This is CJ with BUF Bootcamp, and I'll see you next time.